What's up, Schmoedown fans? Welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Schmoedown. I am still Star Wars champion Andrew Dimalanta.
Ooh, and I'm Nicki Dimalanta.
You didn't see the spoiler warning at the beginning? Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Oops.
Better make that nice and clear.
It's going to be bold letters. I'll probably put the Star Wars.
A spoiler right in the first 5 seconds.
I can't do the whole retake the opening thing again. You can't repeat the same joke.
It's old. It would be
That's
old.
stale.
And stale.
But anyways, yes. As if I didn't spoil it already, we have a throwdown to go over, and we will be spoiling that. I mean, there is
a lot of stuff to go over.
There is an undercard on that, and that one's a good one as well.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's any news to get through, and I don't want to because we already have enough matches to go over. So let's just go ahead and jump into the matches.
Okay, don't mind if we do.
Mm-hmm.
Our first match.
Happy Mother's Day, by the way.
Oh, well, by the time this is up, it was yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday, but Happy Mother's Day.
Thanks. Thank you. And to all the mothers out there.
Yes.
Happy yesterday, Mother's
If you're a Schmoedown mom or not, Happy Mother's Day.
Yes. All moms. All right. So, first match, we got an opening scene. Grace mad at Jay.
Oh, yeah, because the way he set it up now, Shannon's winning.
Well, because Corruption won, the last pay-per-view, they were in both matches and won both matches. Spoilers if you haven't seen that. Mm-hmm. And she was mad that Shannon was smiling. Because if you're Grace, who wants to see that?
Yeah, because I think the story is that she's trying to do everything she can within reason of the league to screw with Corruption as much as she can. Because, she don't like Shannon.
And she says that if Marisol wins again, because Marisol now is going to be playing Janine, correct?
Yes.
Next. And if Marisol wins again, she might have to start looking for a new commissioner.
No. It's like, he just got this job.
Yeah. So, spicy. We'll see how that turns out, because no one's going to know until, I don't know, what is it, May 21st? We see how that goes?
I think so. Yeah, it's at the end of the month, yeah.
So, yeah, spicy.
Spicy.
I mean, short-lived for Jay. If that's the case. Sorry, my man.
I mean, I'm sure that if the story goes that way, I mean, because you don't bring Jay Washington back
just to be like, bye, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine if that happens, which Marisol is a strong player, so there's it's a possibility that might happen. That Jay has some kind of like contingency plan. It's like, whoa, wait, don't fire me yet.
But
hear me out. Here's what I have an idea of, and then that's where I can see it going.
Yeah.
I mean, like Jay just had this wacky idea, and we're just like, okay,
you sold me.
You're still commissioner, and I can see that's how it's going. But because you don't bring Jay Washington back just to see him for like a month, and then later, bro.
Yeah.
See you.
Your first match you coordinated is like, I don't like it.
Yeah, exactly.
Bye. Anyways, time will tell what happens there. Mm-hmm. So our first match, we got a Star Wars match.
Ooh, a Star Wars.
We sure do, and it was the first tournament match.
Yeah, first tournament match.
So, it said Zach the Bomber Burkett.
Yeah,
but I think it's Zach Attack. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It rhymes, so it's a bit catchier.
I think they just didn't fix the bumper or the graphics.
I guess.
And they just rookies changing their names all over the place. Am I right?
Who
Ladies.
knows? Ladies.
Sorry, I'm stealing your catchphrase.
It's okay. It's fun. It's fun to say. So I guess I'm assuming it's Zach Attack because it rhymes and it's fun. So Zach Attack Burkett of the Stars versus Adam the Razor Witt of the Dungeon.
Witt trying to get his first win, period.
Yeah.
In the Schmoedown.
Yeah.
And I think this is the division that he has probably the strongest opportunity for it.
Especially after his last showing.
Especially after his last showing, and the fact that it is a niche. There's only 12 movies, but the questions get harder for now. But I think that I think the Star Wars division is the division where he will get his first win.
Yeah.
Because not a whole lot of luck in teams, not a whole lot of luck in singles. Even in the free for all, I think it only lasted one round. I can't remember. But,
something like that.
Everybody wants to see him win. I mean, he's a great personality, great dude.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see him to get one win.
Yeah, for sure. So let's see how this match goes.
Yeah, and
Zach
Attack.
Zach Burkett. Zach Attack. One of our Dragon Con buddies. I say that like we're friends with him. We're not. I've never met him.
But he's really good buddies with Alex Damon, apparently.
Yeah.
Live in the same town.
Living close to each other.
Close proximity. They've been competing in Dragon Con together for years.
Yeah.
And he's making his Schmoedown debut.
Yeah.
So really interested to see how it is. So this is the last of the Dragon Con competitors that we have to see what they're made of. Yeah.
All right, round 1. Zach missed a question about the second planet scene celebrating the destruction of the Empire.
Yeah, and he challenges it.
He said, "Did he say? What did he say? What did he say?"
He said that you're on Endor.
You're on Endor first,
and you see them celebrating. So the next
planet will be the one that would be the answer.
Yeah, the answer.
But
and then Adam,
I don't remember what both of them actually said.
He used the word assume and like, don't use assume in your and like treat it like the legal case, like facts.
Yeah.
This is what happens, but he said like, I can't remember what he said, but his counter.
Yeah, I remember listening to his challenge, and I'm like, I don't know that I'd go at it from that angle, but
whatever you can, whatever you can,
whatever you can think of in the moment.
Yeah.
But it was laid out pretty clearly in one of the very recent matches where I think they asked a very similar question about one of the planets shown celebrating, and that. It was like, oh, gotcha, Endor's a moon, so it doesn't count. So
yeah, and PJ went as far as going to the Facebook groups, like,
Endor's
Endor
a moon,
is technically it's the Force, it's
the sanctuary moon.
That's what it's saying. In the movie, that's not Endor, it's the Force moon of Endor.
Right.
So, they say it in the movie. It's a moon, so it's not a planet. Even though, and I get the frustration on Zach because I sort of say it's like, dude, come on. In the context of Star Wars, yes, it's a moon.
Yeah.
It orbits another planet. Yeah. But in the context of science, that bitch is a planet. Come on now. Come on. But I get it. I get it.
I get what you're saying, but also lightsabers and the Force. So,
I get Zach's frustration, but I can also see why they ruled it that it's a planet because it is referred to as a moon in the movie.
Yeah.
So
it was challenged, and yes, it was overruled on the basis that Endor, the forest moon of Endor is a moon.
Can you tell that I've had this on my mind like ever since I believe, because I read PJ's
last time it happened.
Last time it happened, and I read PJ's comment like, come on, man! It has its own atmosphere, its gravitational field. It sustains life. I think by that definition, scientifically. Get Neil deGrasse Tyson on this. Is it a planet?
I think it's a bit more cut and dry, and it's a fucking moon. Like, I don't really.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, from the context of the film, it's a moon.
Yeah.
But come on, man. Come on. We can argue about this all day long.
I see no point in arguing because it's a moon. In any case, the challenge was overruled.
It was overruled, and Zach doesn't get the points.
Yeah. And then Adam missed a question about who said always in the shadows from the very beginning. That's all I put.
I think he said Poe, and the answer was Leia.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was a miss. Mm-hmm. And then I loved this question. They both missed what character Veronica Segura played.
Oh man, come on! There's in these rookie matches, in these non-tournament and tournament.
That was a bomb of a question, I think.
There's been a couple of questions that have been popping. I'm like, oh, they went there.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, they went there.
Andrew, tell me something.
Yes.
A mere couple weeks ago, who told you that Veronica Segura played Corday out of nowhere, just in conversation?
A Star Wars competitor did.
Well, that's also debatable. But who told you that?
You did.
Yeah, that's right. And I thought that was very fun that popped up. Because I told him, and I was like, they probably would never ask about Corday. And then this question popped up, and I just about peed in my pants because I'm like, oh my God, they actually asked it.
That's been happening to you a lot.
Yeah, maybe I should play the Lots of Aziz.
Or you can just compete in a Schmoedown.
Well, move on. He got me there. I did have a dream the other night with a number in it, but it was only one number. So unless that's a $1 million Powerball.
So like, we're that kind of people where it's like, ooh, if you dream of a number, write it down and then put it. Yeah.
And I did. And I remember the number, but I'm not gonna say it because I don't want you people to get my Powerball. So.
Yeah, if I ever dream about a sequence of numbers, I write it down, and that's our lottery numbers.
Spoiler alert, hasn't worked yet.
Yeah. Obviously.
It'll be very apparent if it works. Because we will buy the Schmoedown from Christian and finance the whole thing.
For real, though, yeah. If we do win the lottery, I'm throwing a bunch of money at the Schmoedown.
Oh, heck yeah. Anyways, round 1 ends 7-8 in favor of Zach. attack. Round 2. Zach goes first. He spins away from the Clone Wars and gets Rise of Skywalker.
Ooh. Which apparently he's happy about.
Who wouldn't be? I love the Rise of Skywalker.
I love the Rise of Skywalker. Yes, it's a messy film. I agree. I'm waiting for the fans to just hear a million fans cry out in terror. I love the Rise of Skywalker.
I love the Rise of Skywalker. Whatever. Loosen up.
I love the film.
And he got a perfect round too. So obviously Zach enjoyed it too. And then Adam goes. He spins The Last Jedi. And keeping with the Adam Witt of the last match.
The new Adam Witt, which
he was like, I'm going to stick with my first spin because it worked for me last time. Yeah, I think he got Rogue One. He got a perfect round. I don't know.
He did. He got a perfect round in his last match.
I don't know that it was Rogue One, but he got a perfect round, so it worked. So he decided, let me just
stick with it.
Use that formula one more time. Spins The Last Jedi, sticks with it. He does get a big old 2-point miss. Kind of jumped the gun on this one a little bit. Which one was it? How many people did Rose have to stun before Finn?
Oh, I mean, that's one of those where it's a fleeting line if you don't pay attention to it.
Yeah. And I feel like had he maybe used a repeat, I don't know. Maybe he wouldn't have. I don't know. Yeah. But I don't remember if because we have observed him taking his time a lot more.
Yeah, and he.
And I don't remember if he kind of jumped the gun. No,
I do remember him taking his time on every single question.
Yeah.
As much time as he could.
So maybe it was just one of those things.
One of those things where he got away from him. He thought about it. It's like, yeah, it's 2.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh no, it's 3.
Yeah.
Because again, these fleeting line questions can be tricky sometimes. Where think it's 1, especially in lines. I found I'm not gonna give anything away, but like when you grow up watching the films, you sort of memorize lines. But then there are sometimes when you think you memorize a line a certain way and you watch it with subtitles. And
like, oh, I always thought they were saying
yeah,
this.
Exactly. So whatever you hear sometimes confuses you what you grew up hearing and what's actually said. So maybe that's something that might have happened. I mean, Rogue One's only been around for so many years. So
this was The Last Jedi, though.
Oh, sorry. Well, still same thing.
Last Jedi, thing, yeah. It's only been around
for so many years.
So yeah, the answer was 3, and if I'm not mistaken, I didn't write it, but if I'm not mistaken, Zach did steal it.
Yeah.
So by the end of round 2, it was 15-20 in favor of Zach. Round 3.
Can you turn the fan on? I'm sorry.
I sure can.
Yeah, it's getting a little misty.
Did it
here.
First try.
I keep looking up. That smoke detector needs to be fixed.
That doesn't look good.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It looks like a hazard.
Oh no, it still works. It's just it's hanging off from the wires that it's being powered by. So
doesn't look good.
It still works.
We like to live life on the edge.
Duckwing duck dangerously.
2-pointer, round 3. 2-pointer for Adam. He gets a solo
on what he likes. I've heard that Adam
Solo.
loves Solo. I really appreciate Solo.
Yeah. On what planet does Solo, a Star Wars story, open? Corellia. He got it. If you got it wrong, I'm hanging up this call.
Yeah, I almost told that. Should I just tell it?
I'm sure you have already.
Have I?
Probably. This is probably the third time.
If you've heard it before, I'll say it again. Like I was in my audition, I got a similar question to this, not this exact question, and Kirsten said, "If you don't get this right, I'm hanging up on you." Spoiler alert! I got it right.
Hanging up this call right now.
I mean, because it's Corellia. Come on, man.
3-pointer for Adam. Vehicles, weapons, and technology. What is the common name of the rebel ship used to ram an Imperial Star Destroyer in Rogue One?
Tricky.
This was an interesting question.
Yeah. And I think the one that this is the question that I think that we discussed in length after the match, and it's like the word that I think that threw both of us off
was common.
Because
I interpreted it one way and you interpreted it a different way.
I said,
I mean, we don't have to go into specifics.
Yeah,
we don't have to.
We hung on that word.
We talked about it for a long time.
Yeah, we hung on the word common. And it's like, what do they mean by common?
Yeah. But in any case, Adam got Hammerhead Corvette, and he got it right. So now we bounce over to Zach. He gets Return of the Jedi for his 2-pointer. In Return of the Jedi, who greets Luke after 2 Gamorrean guards are choked out at Jabba's palace?
Daiwanawanga.
One of the grossest characters that I feel like I've ever seen.
I remember for a long time you were like, ugh, I can't even look at this.
He's so gross. Like, there's only a couple characters that I'm like, I don't even. Ochi is another one that I'm like, I'm gonna see you in my nightmares tonight. Because
it's the
his eyes. Yeah. I just can't. Like, I will actually sometimes not look at the screen when that scene comes up in Rise because I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna see him in my nightmares tonight.
Yeah. But what is it about Bib Fortuna you don't like? Is it the teeth? Is it
It's his
eyes?
teeth. It's his eyes.
Well,
he looks vaguely
a cultural
sweaty.
Thing, it's the teeth is a cultural thing for with male Twi'leks. They sharpen their teeth.
Well, I respect that.
Yeah.
But I just don't like it. I don't like it.
I will say one of the coolest things is the Rylothian accent. I think it's one of the coolest accents out there because it's kind of based in something. I can't pinpoint what accent it is because watching, Rebels, Hera would talk to her father and she'd go from the basic accent, like where you normally hear it, and she'd slip into her Rylothian accent. I'm like, that is the coolest thing ever. I have no idea why I love that.
Fun.
It's so cool. Sorry, tangents again. Especially Star Wars, man. Don't
even get him started. So the answer is Bib Fortuna. Gross. He got it. 5-pointer for Adam. Rogue One. Aside, another fantastic question.
I love this question.
I've been waiting for this question to come up, and I was like, oh man, it'd be fun if I got it. Guess that dream.
Name the other 3.
Guess that dream is gone. Aside from Stardust, name 3 of the other 6 project code names that Jin reads off while in the data vault on Scarif.
And I found it very interesting that Mark said 3 and only 3.
Oh yeah, because it would be quite. If I would have gotten this question, I would have been like, there you go, and like name
all
them.
Yeah.
And but he said 3 and only 3. But I understand why, and I respect it, because if you get a question like this where it's like, there's
name 2
6
of the
possible
5.
answers.
Yeah.
Give me 4 or 5 of them. And then somebody's like, well, no, I'm going to flex. And I'm going to say them all. And then maybe you get one wrong.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, but I got the other 5. And it's like, well, what if you only gave me 5 and that wrong one was one of them?
Yeah.
So it's like, don't flex. Don't make it weird, even though you want to.
Weird.
I like weird too. But if it's, I get it.
Shout out to my Overwatch team.
Friends and IRL. But yeah, no, you want to flex, especially in Star Wars, because it gets the people going, but they also don't want you to put them in a weird sticky,
situation.
Challengey situation.
Yeah, because I think the most recent iteration of this was Alex with the Jurassic Park question with name 2 of the
Raptors.
The Raptors that what's his face trained,
and he named them all.
He named all of them.
And what if one of them had been wrong?
Yeah, thankfully he was right, but you don't want to be caught in that situation. It was like, you got one of them wrong, but you did technically answer that question right.
But you know that the other manager would jump on that and they would challenge it, and then that would be a weird ruling. Yeah. So I understand why they do that. It's just trying to avoid a weird situation that people are just going to moan and groan about.
Yeah, because fans will be all over that.
So I didn't write down which ones he said, but rest assured he named 3 of them. 3-pointer for Zach, A New Hope. In A New Hope, the opening crawl mentions that Leia is the custodian of the stolen plans that can save her people and restore Hot to the galaxy. Freedom! He got it. Mm-hmm. Now we stick with Zach for his 5-pointer. Who said it? What prequel character said, in time, the suffering of your people will persuade you to see our point of view?
Thank you for not saying it in that horrible accent.
It's hard. But also, that's a very horrific accent.
Yes.
It's tragic, really.
Some may say offensive?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
The Viceroy himself, Newt Gunray. He got it right. And with that, Zach Burkett, 25-30, takes home the W to the stars. Sorry.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, we got. We're almost like halfway through the season. I mean, I still have to get used to saying the stars. But
sometimes it just slips away from me.
So Adam Witt again gets served with an L, and Zach Burkett pulls up an impressive win, especially after that performance that Adam had against another Dragon Con player with Thomas.
Yeah, that was very impressive.
That was very impressive. I mean, he slipped up here and there, and the misses that he had, I think, were reasonable. It's like the 3 versus 2. I can't remember the other ones he missed, but that's the game, man.
Veronica Segura.
Yeah, that one especially.
That was a deep cut.
That's a deep.
I would say.
Like I said, there's a couple. There have been a handful of questions when these rookie debut matches, and I was like, oh, nice, they went there. They finally went there.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, no, absolutely reasonable misses.
Yeah.
And it's coming one day. I know
it'll be there. I mean, Adam.
Hey man, maybe it'll be me. maybe.
Adam strikes me as a guy that the losses really don't let. I mean, losses suck, and you can see that he hates to lose, but he's one of those competitors where it's like, you know what, I'm here to have fun, and he strikes me as a guy that will continue to play. Because if this was me and Adam's situation, I'd be like, I'm done. I'm tired of losing. I don't want to do this anymore. That would totally be. But Adam strikes me as a guy that's like, hey, no, it's fun trivia.
Yeah.
Maybe it's he's
as frustrating as it is,
experienced man than I am.
He still has fun with it.
Yeah.
So I know he's not going to stop. Luckily, because he is a fun presence to have around, and he's obviously knows his stuff, and he's obviously made improvements.
Exactly, and that's why I say with the second tournament coming up, whenever it happens, and how many people are in it,
right?
The dungeon has a question mark now. It's like, do we put? It's like obviously, I think Molly you're gonna have to put in there because
I would think.
I met she was the first Star Wars player they drafted, so she's your. I hate putting labels on everybody. She's your A player, your A Star Wars player.
I don't like saying that.
Yeah.
I would hesitate saying that. You just happen to be the one that picked up first.
Yeah. So you obviously put Molly Damon in the tournament. Then you also have, I believe you have Hoey and you have Mara who wants to take a swing at Star Wars.
And Adam.
So you have 4 possible people to put in that second tournament.
Yeah.
Who do you roll the dice on? Do you want Adam to get his win in the tournament, or do you want to go for, you know what I mean?
Right.
Do you want it to impress everybody with Mara? It's like, look, she's more than just IG. She can really swing it with these Star Wars players. And
by the time that tournament rolls around, will she still be holding the IG belt? Exactly. Gotta worry about that.
So, yeah. And also, Hoey's sitting in the wings like, hey, man, I gotta win too.
Yeah.
So, it's gonna be interesting to see what the dungeon does with their Star Wars, because they have like a plethora of people they can put in there.
Yes, they do.
And then you have Zach on the other side of that with the stars, because obviously now Alex is gonna be in the tournament. Spoiler alert. Sorry.
Oh God, again. Sorry, everybody.
But you got a strong player in Zach now too. So the stars are looking good for Star Wars right now.
Yeah. Star Wars.
Get
it?
And it was impressive. I was very impressive with Zach's performance in this one.
Oh yeah. Calm, cool, collected. Mm-hmm. Just what you want.
I mean, you can easily be rattled by that one challenge that didn't go your way. Like, come on, dude. Seriously?
Yeah.
Put his head down and just knock the rest of the questions out.
Yeah. So. For sure. Next match.
Mm-hmm.
We got ourselves another opening scene. This one, it was very lighthearted. Didn't really have too much involvement plot-wise. It was just kind of a fun, it was Peggy and Rick Radis.
They're them just trash talking each other.
They were just trash talking each other. And it was fun because Rick Radis
he's a character.
Ridiculous, and I mean that in the most loving way possible. So
yeah, not a whole lot to this scene. It's just them trash talking.
Just them trash talking ahead of their, their upcoming looming pay-per-view match.
Mm-hmm. Man, like how awesome would that feel to be a rookie and like, hey man, you get to be in a pay-per-view. That's gotta be an awesome feeling. And your second
match?
Yeah, your second match is a pay-per-view match. That's gotta be an awesome feeling.
Heck yeah. So we got ourselves a teams match.
Ooh.
We have Blackjack. We've got Jacoby.
Yeah. Oh, we'll breeze past that.
Yes, we will. Jacoby, the deal breaker, Bancroft, and Janine the Machine of the Stars versus Deception. Of course, you got Lady Justice, Marisol McKee, and Adam the Coyote Collins.
The hot
of corruption,
long-awaited return of Deception. Because,
yes.
Like, I think their only loss last year, they only competed twice, but their one loss last year was to the current team's champions.
That is correct.
Odd couple. I had a thought in my head. What was I going to say? This is another match in the team's tournament.
Yeah.
So, just if we failed to mention that.
Oh, no, I think I did. But it's good to reiterate.
Yeah. Did you say tournament?
I think I did.
Did you?
I think.
I don't know.
Rewind the tape.
Roll it back.
Round 1.
I'm not going to do that. It's more work for me.
Hey, man, just hit your arrow button, go back 10 seconds, and see.
Oh, yeah, them. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, no, not you. Sorry. I'm not trying to make extra work for you. Round 1.
Round 1.
Both members of Blackjack missed a George Clooney question and a Steve Martin question. Then Janine missed a question about Sean Connery. Deception. Both got perfect rounds. And in the category... I wrote in the category of bonus.
Wait, no, that's because it was Guy, because I think Guy was calling this match, right?
Oh, that's right. Because Guy, he was calling it. He goes, in the category of, well, bonus doesn't have a category. That is why I said
yeah, the category is bonus.
I was going to say, what was I doing there? So, they both...
because I asked you to take a note of that. Because
they both got the bonus right. Yeah. So, by the end of round 1, 11-18 in favor of Deception. So, starting off with a gap.
Yeah. What was the score?
11-18.
11-18, yeah. So, it's already from the get-go. It's like, oh, man, you
already got an uphill battle.
Got an uphill battle, especially against a powerhouse team like this.
Yeah.
Because, again, Marisol has yet to see, has that trade been validated? I always say, wait till the end of the season. See where they're at the end of the season. And then I'll see if it's worth it. But regardless, Adam Collins is on that team, and you can't
really deny that anymore. Round 2. Deception goes first. They get spinner's choice. And they decided to take Stephen King. I think it was the very last question that they had a 2-point miss.
Oh, yeah.
That got challenged. The answer was It. Well, they said It. And I believe that they said that they were wrong because it should have been It Chapter 1. And they challenged and they were like, nah, my friend.
This was interesting because I think this might be something that Andrew Guy might have slipped up on, because usually when they get incorrect, they say incorrect and they don't tell you what the answer is.
Yeah, I thought that was an odd moment.
And then they wait to bring back the opposite team and steal. But thankfully, I think this slip up kind of saved a bunch of time.
I think so.
Because the challenge was that the title, I think they said the correct was It Chapter 1.
Yeah, right.
But the actual title is just It.
And I think the reasoning was that it like distinguishes it from, there was like a TV show.
There's a TV movie. It's like a TV movie.
Something like that. And when you do look it up online, it's not listed as It Chapter 1.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do think it saved some time. I don't know if it was a legitimate slip up or whatever, but it did save time. And also it showed that Marisol and Adam were in complete control of that question and knew what was going on, because had Janine and Jacoby gotten the chance to steal and they just said It, or wait, I mean, no, because then they wait.
No, because if this panned out the way it normally does, and then Jacoby and Janine come back and say, yeah, it's It, and like, oh, that's incorrect, it's It Chapter 1. I think then by that, because the competitors will leave the room, the manager stays in to oversee everything. I imagine if that were the case, Shannon would be like, no, Mike, because yeah. So no, ignore me.
Well, no, ignore me too, because I was like, oh, well, if they give the right answer, then people could have said that Marisol and Adam only got it because they said it with steal. But it doesn't matter because they said It the right answer initially. Yeah. So I think it really was just a time saver.
I think this small, if it was a slip up by Andrew Guy, it kind of saved a lot of headaches. Because what would happen if Janine and Jacoby came back and was like, oh yeah, it's It, and they go, ooh, that's incorrect. But then they go, wait, no, and they challenged it. And they're like, whoa, yeah, that's right, it is It. Then they'd have to award
to deception.
Because like that's what they said first. So we have. So I think this might have saved a whole lot of drama and a whole lot of headaches. So it in the end it worked out.
So long story short, the challenge was upheld, and they got a perfect round 2. Blackjack goes. They spin opponent's choice. Yikes! They get musicals. They receive musicals. They went to multiple choice thrice. 3 times. And we are approaching knockout
territory.
Not just TKO, but KO territory.
Yeah.
So they got multiple choice 3 times. They got it. The very last question, it was like, hey man, if you miss it, you're knocked out. If you go to multiple choice, regardless, you're knocked out.
Yeah.
Regardless if you get it right or not. So they just went for it. And I think it was Who Plays Bernardo's Girlfriend.
Yes, it was, because you were like, oh, I can,
and I could see her, and I could see her singing those songs, but I couldn't pull her name. But I think her character's name was Anita, and I was like, man, that rhymes with Rita Moreno. So I should have gotten there, but I didn't.
Yeah, and what I love about this moment is this is a great thing about teams. It's like Jacoby had the first name. Yeah. Janine had the last name. It's like, oh, thank you so much for saying, because it's put them together. That's the answer.
Yeah, it was a great moment of teamwork.
Yeah, and I remember watching this and I'm like, come on, guys, pull it out. I don't want to see a knockout.
No.
Like, regardless of who's playing, I really don't like seeing blowouts. I like to see back and forth. I like to see down to the last question. Show me what you're made of.
Yeah.
And to have them get knocked out, it's like, God, come on, man. I want to see it go to the third. Go to the third. Avoid the knockout. So this moment was like, yes, they got it.
It was a great moment.
It was a great moment.
So they went for it. And they got the 2 points with Miss Rita Moreno. So with that, we are teetering on the edge, though. It's 20 to 30.
How many times have you seen West Side Story?
I've seen it a good handful of times.
Yeah.
I like that movie a lot.
Yeah, because I remember you telling me these stories of you repeat musicals. Like, I think this was one of them.
The musicals that I have seen the most.
It's like, I know it's Grease. Singing in the Rain. And
Mary Poppins.
And West Side Story.
I
think that's it, right?
I feel like there might be one more.
This is like a marriage quiz. How well do you know your wife?
I feel like those are... well, I mean, if we're talking about... I mean, those are all like older.
Yeah.
There's also
because
the Phantom of the
you
Opera.
always told me like you would like watch these on like VHS while you're like away in
Oh
summer
yeah, there was
school
one summer vacation where I just, for some reason, I don't know why, I just like wore out the VHS of Grease. I just couldn't get enough of it. I was just singing along to everything.
Well.
Oh, tell me more. I don't know why. I love those songs. It's so much fun.
I mean, who doesn't? I love Grease.
Yeah, it's a fun time, Makes me think of simpler times.
When all the high schoolers look like they're in their
like
freaking...
they're 27.
I didn't look like that in high school. Come on now.
Like all the T-Birds look like they were about 35. Like, bro, you should be at least out of college by now. It's ridiculous. Rizzo out here looking like, well, I don't want to be mean, but you didn't look 17 and 18. I'll just say that much for free. And I don't think anybody will fight me on that. Like, I can't think of one of the names of the T-Birds. Not, and I always just thought it was hilarious that one of the T-Birds' name was Duty. Kidding me? It's hilarious. Kidding me? And I'm assuming it's a nickname. Who would name their kid Duty?
I don't know.
It's hilarious. God. Maybe that's why I watched
Great
it so
songs,
much.
though. I love that soundtrack. Like, yeah, I agree. Grease.
And also probably Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
Because
that's a more recent musical that we watched.
Yeah, but if we're talking
together.
musicals in general,
yeah,
that would probably sneak its way in there too. Musicals of now, not so much.
Yeah, musicals have a clear like prime era of musicals, and
yeah. I still feel like there's another one. I don't know. But those are top tier for me.
Sing in the Rain. I grew up watching Sing in the Rain. I love it.
Gene Kelly, what a legend. And all that piece of trivia that everyone loves to throw around.
Like the fever dance.
The fever dance?
Yeah.
Oh my God. What a
drinking around
legend.
And drinking around, just dancing around
in watered down milk. Yeah. Swinging on a pole.
The fever, like, dude, go home.
Oh man. And Debbie Reynolds is just cute as a little friggin' button in that movie. Oh my God. So cute. Love that movie. Now I kind of want to see it, but it's not Star Wars, so guess not.
No, we're not going to be watching that for a while.
20 to 30.
Off-season, people. Off-season.
Well, not really. Our time off is coming to an end this week because the weekend...
what do you mean this weekend? Already has.
The weekend break is over. Yeah. 20 to 30 in favor of Deception. Round 3. 2-pointer for Blackjack. Disaster.
Avoid the TKO, obviously.
Very much.
You got to answer all 3 of them.
Got to answer all 3 of them to make them move. 2-pointer is Disaster. Jacoby takes it. Who stars as scientist Jake Lawson in the film Geostorm? The Phantom himself.
Leonidas himself.
Leonidas. I was trying to think of that, and I went with the Phantom.
Couldn't pull it.
Gerard Butler.
Got a nice voice on him.
He got it right. Yeah, I was surprised. Emmy Rossum. Pipes, girl.
Come on, man. What's his face from The Conjuring? Not The Conjuring. Yeah, The Conjuring franchise. And he was in the DC Watchmen. He's the owl guy from Watchmen. What's his name? This is why I can't compete in singles. I'm dreading that expedition match.
Oh yeah, I'm not wasting my brain cells on that because he hasn't been in Star Wars yet.
Yeah.
But yes, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he's got a good voice too.
No more talk of darkness.
I remember we used to sing that together.
That was
well,
because when I think of like Grease and Singing in the Rain, that's just like fun. I'm just singing in the shower, kind of just fun songs. But like Phantom of the Opera, that's when I would like practice, my singing.
She got a very nice voice.
I would sing that song like almost every day while I was driving to school in high school. And that would be like my warm up before I went to...
That's your warm up.
Like going to chorus, Good times. I miss singing in a chorus, man.
I played the violin. Nikki sang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I miss it.
I do. I mean, there's a violin in our daughter's room. I might pick it up one day.
It's not tuned. Doesn't sound
It's
good.
not hard to tune a violin.
No?
No, it's not. It's not. Especially, you got an app on your phone. I can tune that violin in like a minute.
It's 2021. We can do it.
Yeah.
There's an app for it. Yeah. 3-pointer. Steven Spielberg. Janine obviously is going to take this one. Yeah. Steven Spielberg has won how many Best Director Oscars? Whoa.
She took a stab at 2?
She took a stab at 2 and she got it.
Got it. Ooh.
Oh my goodness, Chicago. That's another good one.
Yes, that was the other one.
That's another good one. Oh yeah.
Oh, did I tell you? Oh, I'm sorry. Tangent. Sorry. One of the girl groups that we follow, Tiffany, is in the Korean version of Chicago.
Oh, I want to see that.
Yeah. It's
I want to see that.
It's not televised. It's a play, obviously. Sorry, we're into K-pop, and Tiffany's a part of our favorite girl group.
Who cares? I don't have any shame. K-pop is great. Makes me feel like it just feels like a beautiful summer day, and my heart is just filled with rainbows when I listen to K-pop. I don't even care. Come at me. I don't care. 5. Well, yeah, she got it. 2. He got 2. She got it. Yeah. 5-pointer for Blackjack. Black Cinema.
Ooh, perfect.
Who plays Christopher Anton Cavi Vishon? A cabbie and secret rapper who later befriends Dre in the 2002 film Brown Sugar. Mos Def. They got it. Avoiding the TKO.
Avoiding the -1, man.
Avoiding that -1. Excellent. Fantastic. 2-pointer for Corruption. They get musicals. Miss Marisol takes it. What classic Disney musical features the song Step in Time and Let's Go Fly a Kite?
Go ahead and explain that chuckle.
I'm embarrassed. Whatever. Okay, so I love Mary Poppins.
Yeah, it was one of those musicals you told me about.
And it's been a hot minute since I've watched it, though. It's been years. Let's Go Fly a Kite. Yeah, that slipped my memory. But the title Step in Time didn't ring a bell for me. We just had a conversation about this with my parents today. I got the most disapproving looks. Like, what? Because it's the dumbest reasoning for why I didn't recognize it.
You thought it was...
Because, Dick Van Dyke's got a pretty wacky accent that he puts on for that movie.
Completely inaccurate accent.
It's a little over the top, I think. I don't know. But, I didn't realize that it was step in time. 3 separate words. I always thought it was step in time. Step in time.
Like Steppenwolf.
Like Steppenwolf. I always just thought it was step in time. I didn't realize that it was 3 completely separate words. I'm the asshole. So it didn't ring a bell for me, so I didn't get it. I love Mary Poppins, but I whiffed that one. How embarrassing. I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Blame it on the
childhood.
Alcohol.
These are loaded this time.
No, I didn't have any.
Oh,
no, it is, but I didn't have anything to drink during this match. So that was just on me and my brain.
Yeah.
Anyways, 30-32 in favor of Deception, taking the win home to Corruption.
Big win, because Corruption needs any points they can get at this point.
Well,
it's seeming very similar to last season.
I'm getting very season 7 feelings from this. They're starting to pick up some momentum.
Yeah. I mean, Dungeon and the Finstock Exchange are just hitting their stride right now with the rookies, and they're everybody's firing all cylinders in those factions. And everybody else seems to be trying to find their footing right now. And Corruption seems to be finding their footing now.
They seem to be picking up speed.
So, because you got that win with Kalinowski's going for the IG title now. We have Deception on their way to maybe facing Team Corruption after winning this, if they win.
Which would be wild. We haven't even seen an IG tournament, which I'm assuming she's going to release Mike and Chance into.
If Mike doesn't have the belt at that point.
If Mike doesn't have the belt at that point, we've got a singles tournament that she's got a couple people to choose from.
A couple people. And so, can you, I imagine that this next singles tournament will be massive, because I believe every faction got 4 players last season, right?
Oh my God.
And they all went into that tournament.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. You got Corruption, you got Deception. Boom, there you go.
Oh, there you go. There's your 4 going into the tournament. Ridiculous. Right there. So Corruption can very easily, just like last season, go from last to first, and win it all again.
I think you said a lot last season. It's a marathon, not a race.
Yeah, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Yeah,
slow and steady.
Marathon is a race, but.
Oh my God, you're right.
I think you meant sprint.
That whole
marathon, not a sprint.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, you're right. That is the same. A marathon is a race. Whatever.
Make that to make it into the
Step in time. Whatever.
This is a marathon, not a race.
Shut up. God.
Oh boy.
Man.
Anyways,
very embarrassing day for me today.
I mean, good showing. I mean, Deception just does it, and.
But Blackjack, we have something to say about how much grit it took to fight back from that kind of a deficit.
Roxy is probably the best at doing this, of keeping her players focused.
Yeah.
Because
keeping them in the game.
Yeah, like every manager has their strengths, and Roxy's clear strength is managing her players and making sure they like don't lose track of the goal here. Yeah, it seems like we got to avoid the TKO, whatever. Keep playing. Crazy things have happened before.
That sounds like a very simplistic thing that you just said too. Like, it sounds borderline like silly to say, oh, she's a good manager to her players. But I feel like you've mentioned before that there's people who manage players.
Yes.
There's people who manage the game. And I know that you feel that one of Roxy's biggest strengths is managing the player.
Yeah, and sometimes managing the players is what keeps your team being on top of everything, being the best they can be, because you can look at the game any way you want. People like, Paul Oyama, Ben Bateman, God, and there's so many people that look at the game in an analytical way.
Brendan Meyer,
yeah, thank
William
you. William Bibiani, yeah. There's so many people that look at this game analytically, but you forget you still have to play. You still have to stay focused. You still have to make sure you are prepared as possible mentally. And Roxy does that for her players.
She does.
In stride. So
Strider.
Damn it. It was right there, and you got to it before I did. But yeah, so if you can say anything about Roxy, like what she says about other people, how she plays the game, she manages her players better than anybody does.
Just watch any match with Jeff Snyder.
Yeah, exactly.
Case in point.
So
step in time.
Yeah, and
I almost got past you.
Yeah, but yeah, so I think just it's a rough day at the office for them. They miss several in the first, so you know where you got to polish up, learn from your mistakes, and
for sure. Good. But also, I mean, I it's not a pet peeve, but I just feel like whenever anyone says you got nothing to hang your head about, it's like
I do.
Let's stop saying that.
Yeah, let's
because
stop saying
that. You're gonna take a loss hard. I would like to think most of the time.
Yeah,
but there is a lot to be said about the way they fought back. I'm not gonna say nothing to hang your head about because I'm sure they're disappointed.
Yeah.
But
it shows a lot about you as a player.
It shows a lot about you as a player, a lot about you as a team.
Yeah.
And a lot about your potential in the future as a team and as an individual player.
Yeah,
because a lot of people would have just tapped out.
Yeah, because I imagine not the last team tournament that we're gonna see, and you can easily just put them in because.
Oh yeah. I could see a lot of people with that question Janine got, the 3-pointer with how many Oscars has Spielberg gotten for whatever.
Yeah.
I could see a lot of people in that position being like, oh God, we got to get all of them and this one's on me.
Yeah.
I could see a lot of people just getting flustered and being like, it's Steven Spielberg, probably, I don't know, 5.
Yeah.
And just throwing out a number.
A number, yeah.
So it just says a lot about who they are
as
players, as people. So, it was a rough match, but there is a lot of kudos to be had.
And again, look who you're going up against. This powerhouse team that everybody's already crowning and all the talk around them and all that stuff. So there was a lot going against them in this match, and so kudos for them for fighting back and showing us that you have what it takes to make it in this league.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Next match. We got an opening scene. We got Andrew Dimalanta and Alex Damon.
Who?
Andrew Dimalanta.
Oh.
And Alex Damon.
This was
fun. I didn't take many notes because I figured you were there. You would remember.
Wait, what?
All I wrote down was that Alex said, "I miss you, belt," because that was cute.
Yeah, so it was just me calling him and just like, "Hey man,
get
excited! We're Dimalanta Damon 2. It's gonna be awesome. Let's drive into the 60s again. Triple overtime." And he's not having it.
No,
he's mad. He's angry, and he's just like, I don't want to face you like this. I don't like seeing you like this. Where's the hunter of old? The edge. The angry hunter's like, no, that's behind me, man. I'm a new player, new team, new faction.
Busting out that 88. It's like. Oh, going there.
Yeah, going there. But it was just me being, the new quirky, murky Andrew.
Yeah.
And then, this almost like lost, angry Alex Damon.
Yeah.
And stuff, and being like, oh, I miss you, Belt. And I will say, Alex is so much better at this than I am. He's much better at these cutscenes than I am, and it shows.
I'm loving what he's doing.
Mm-hmm. It's like, because I said it before, we've had very little opportunity in the past seasons to see this side of Alex.
Yeah.
Because we hardly saw him in the past seasons, and now we're seeing so much of him with IG and Star Wars because he has to compete over and over. And
Oh no, he's been killing
fantastic in these scenes.
Absolutely crushing it. And I did love the, hey, you don't hang up on me. You called me. So, next match. We got ourselves another teams tournament match. We've got Danger Zone. And that is Ben the Boss Bateman and Dangerous Dan Murrell of the Dungeon versus the Midterms, Eric Z-Man Zipper and John No Nickname Harris.
Can we make that his nickname?
His little I don't know, StreamYard's name was Mr. I don't know why.
That was it?
Mr. John Harris. I don't know if he made that up.
Oh.
But I don't think he had a name.
No, he doesn't have a nickname. I think he's one of the few players.
Our boy has no name?
Yeah. Few players that does not have a nickname. So, not that you need one.
No.
So, I mean, it'd just be nice to have one.
You know, whatever.
But I would still like one.
What?
Alex. It's not like I'm lost and confused without a belt. But I will still like one.
So the midterms are of swag, of course. Round 1. Bateman and John missed mystery men. Zipper missed a question about Annie. Dan Murrell got a perfect round and the bonus.
As he does.
14-16 in favor of Danger Zone.
Danger Zone.
Round 2. Midterms goes first. They spin new releases. They went to multiple choice once and they got it. Danger Zone goes. They spin movie release dates.
I mean, of course they do.
Of course they do.
Of course they do.
And Ben, I'm just telling you.
I don't know how you keep all these, like... We had this discussion, like, how do you keep all these numbers straight in your head? And, like...
There's context clues, I'm sure, that you use. Like you said, it's kind of like...
Well, I know this movie came out this year. What else came out that year?
It must be somewhere close to this time frame. I'm sure there's a lot of context clues involved, especially when it's a question that's like, this A, B, and C came out in what year, you know? Yeah. If you at least recognize one of those movies.
And this is a funny category where it's like PJ and the crew and then the writing staff, like, hats off to you but this is one of those categories. It's like, you might as well just make every question like, hey, what year did this come out?
Hey, just say,
what year did this come out?
Question 1, Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, it's like, what year did it come out?
Question 2, The Mummy.
What year did this come out? And it's like, I can see them trying to make it seem not boring. It's like, it's like, oh, this year something came out. You know what I mean? They word it to where it's not.
What year saw the release of?
Well, no, it's like this year saw the release of this movie. What else came out in that year or something like that?
Yeah.
So to where you're not just answering 19 whatever.
Oh yeah, creative ways to get
creative ways to make it interesting because it can very easily be like, what year did this come out? This movie came out in what year?
Yeah.
So
yeah, no, they do think of creative ways to still make it about movie release dates, but not just like, hey, this movie.
Yeah.
What year, dummy? So, but yeah, Ben Bateman.
I don't get it.
I have always said that he's one of, if not my favorite player. And this match, I was just like, Ben.
Oh yeah, that's
baby
right.
Boy.
Because he's playing the mind games.
He was in it, like actually getting warnings about the mind games kind of thing. And when they spun movie release dates, and he was just like, I'm confident that we can get all 10 points. What was that? 10 points?
I think in teams it's 12 because you get 6 points, 6 questions in teams.
Well, in any case, he was like, I'm confident that we can get all the points, no multiple choice kind of thing. And I was like, you see, I don't write checks like that because what if I don't cash it? Then I look like a moron. But Ben just goes for it, and I'm just like,
he was playing mind games.
He was
all match
like to the point where I was like, oh my god.
He actually had to get a warning in the final round. Like,
exactly.
Like, Ben.
But you go against Bateman, and it's kind of to be expected. Yeah. So you're gonna have to steel yourself if you know you're going against him. Yeah. Because that's part of his game. And he backed that thing up, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah. They got a perfect round too.
I will say that I think it was the last question. They were discussing back and forth where it was like, is it this year? It sounds like this year. I'm not 100% sure, but it sounds like this year. And Dan was like, yeah, it sounded like Dan wanted to go to multiple choice for it, but then Ben just was like, 1970 whatever, I think it was.
Final answer.
And he's like, final answer. And then I think Merle was kind of like, and they got it right. And it's like, oh, dude, you gotta check in with your partner, man. Because it seemed to me, and this is me speculating, it's not 100% how it happened, but to me it looked like Dan wanted to go to multiple choice and Ben just went like final answer.
But we don't know.
We don't know, but it paid off because they got it right. So it's like, check in. You know what I mean?
But they might have had conversations about it beforehand.
They might have.
Who knows?
Yeah.
In any case, round 2 ended up 25-28 in favor of Danger Zone. Round 3, 2 point for the midterms. Family films. John takes it. Walter Matthau plays Mr. Wilson in what 1993 film based on a classic comic strip? Mm-hmm. Dennis the Menace. Got it.
What is... I don't know.
It's too long of a story.
Yeah, no, I just remember it's a story for our friends, and I can't remember what it is.
I remember, but it's too long. 3-pointer for midterms.
Story time with Beyond the Schmoedown.
And it wouldn't be funny if we told it.
Yeah, it's an inside joke, yeah.
3-pointer for the midterms. Horror. Of course, Mr. Zip is going to take it. Tony Shalhoub plays the lead role of Arthur Kritikovs in what 2001 horror remake with Matthew Lillard? 13 Ghosts. He did miss it.
Yeah. God, Zipper in the third, man. He continues to struggle in it, and it's just like, God, when is he going to get...
Just get a solid run.
Just get a solid run. Like, get some... Like, he has bad luck in the third round. Like, just get those questions you know you have. You can answer.
Yeah.
It's like, God, I feel for your Zip, man. It sucks.
Yeah. 5-pointer for midterms. Remakes and reboots. Mm-hmm. What 2000s crime film?
There it is.
Stars Sylvester Stallone and was a remake of a 1971 Michael Caine
film.
Movie? Film? It just ended there. Get Carter.
Yeah, I think John was like, I got this, man.
Oh, yeah. John was pretty on the ball with this one. Get Carter. They got it.
Mm-hmm.
So, 2-pointer for Danger Zone.
Danger Zone.
Action adventure. To nobody's surprise, Ben Bateman took this one. In what 1980s film is a veteran Green Beret forced by a cruel sheriff and his deputies to flee into the mountains and wage a one-man war against his pursuers? First Blood.
First Blood.
Got it. 3-pointer for Danger Zone. Dan. Scores and soundtracks. Which 1980s film famously features the song Oh Yeah, performed by the band Yellow? Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Never seen it. He got it right.
Every episode. There's a movie you're like, I haven't seen it. It's like,
I don't know. He just kind of annoys me.
Oh, come on.
Like Ferris Bueller? He just kind of annoys me.
I mean, I could see that, but it's still such a good movie.
I guess. People seem to like it. Whatever.
This is what I'm married to. This is what I live with. This is the mother of my child.
You're damn right.
Yeah. And I am forever grateful that you're the mother of my child.
Aww, because I've seen Star Wars 100 million times?
No, yes, but... you tolerate my nonsense.
I may not have seen some of these classic films, but boy, can I make Star Wars jokes and quotes.
That's what makes up for it.
So, 32 to 33 in favor of Danger Zone, taking it home to the dungeon, as if they need any more points. Am I right, ladies?
Yeah. They made him work for it, though.
They did. I think a lot of people probably would have thought midterms would have gotten blown out. John Harris is sneaky good.
He is very this is Eric Zipper's fifth partner. This is the fifth team he's been on. Wow. Last year was Adam Witt, then it was Paul Oyama. He was on a team with Winston, yeah, who was his first partner with World's Finest. Now he's being managed by him. Haley Fauch, I think he was on a team with. The last one escapes me. I can't remember who his other partner was. But I think he might have found the person for him. He balances them out really well. And again, John Harris is sneaky good.
He is. And Zipper has made some significant improvements in the past season or two.
Yes, exactly.
And John Harris, he did. They both did well.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's been a while since we've seen John Harris, so I bet a lot of people wrote him off.
Yeah.
But he crushed it.
Yeah. And if this is anything, it's like put him in the tournament.
Yeah.
Put him in the other tournament because they'll look at this match like, look how far we took Dan Murrell and Ben Bateman.
Yeah.
That's something to hang your hat on because like everybody was like, it's the two singles champions, the current one and a former one.
Yeah. Like the team to beat after the draft happened.
Yeah, exactly. So, I think this is a moral victory. Even though it's a loss, it's a moral victory for Zipper and John because now you know you can compete. Now you know you can take these heavy hitters far into the third.
Yeah.
So, and you know now where you need to improve. Just take that with a grain of salt and go into your next match like, hey, man, we are a team to beat.
Yeah.
And I think they made a pretty big statement with this. Even though it was a loss, they made a pretty interesting and big statement.
Heck yeah.
So.
And also, I don't know, seeing John just makes me like, I wonder, I need to know what John and Lon are like
in real
life, just chilling.
I don't think we had the opportunity to meet either, though.
I don't think we did because I would have remembered that.
Yeah.
Because John, well, both of them, but Lon is a treasure. Like, the man's hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, seeing this match, I was like, God, what are they like? Like, really? Mm-hmm. But anyways,
yeah,
they had a very respectable showing. Mm-hmm. And, not to like write off the victory, but did anybody really expect anything different?
Yeah.
From Dan and Ben?
Yeah, and they said that as much. Like, all the pressure was on Ben and Dan to win this match because we expected them to win.
If they had lost this match,
yeah. Oops. Yeah. Sawberries.
Oops, sawberries. But
I mean, there's not much to say about this team, man. It's like we expected them to do this. We expected them to pull out the win. We expected them to almost go perfect.
Yeah, and it's gonna be really exciting to see them move forward because you're guaranteed to have a match with some degree of fireworks when you got Ben Bateman in there.
Yeah.
Especially if we ever got to see like a Bateman against Kalinowski in a team's match, that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
So and Roca,
Yeah.
I mean,
they're lurking on the other side of the bracket.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, I mean, could you imagine Finstock Exchange against the Defectors?
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be amazing. So
that'd be awesome.
It's going to be very exciting to see what happens with them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Next match.
Okay. We've made it to the throwdown.
I
we had like a sound bite that like whatever that like rock song is.
Oh shit.
Oh no. Oh no.
No, where is it?
We don't have anything.
Shut up, stupid!
Hey, Christian.
I should really label these.
Yeah, you probably should.
Because I know where.
Shut up, stupid!
And
McConkey.
I know where those are.
Jesus.
But everything else, well, this is the. I gotta take that off because we don't need it anymore. But yeah.
It's still fun. It still brings warm feelings to my heart. Anyways, here we go.
That's a Star Wars quote.
Throwdown. Really? Never seen it. We've got the undercard. We've got Peggy. Well, it's a singles match. We've got Peggy PG Gubbins. What?
Is the way you said it.
Peggy. Uh-oh.
Gubbins.
No. I know her name. Believe me.
PG.
No, please. I know her. Den? Den?
Yes, Den.
Okay, that's what I was trying to think of. I know Peggy PG Gubbins. Please. I DM'd her. We're bros. We got Peggy PG Gubbins of the Den versus Rick the Rager Radis of the Finstock Exchange.
Both coming off of big wins. Peggy, especially with an emotional win.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then,
And Rager coming off of a TKO.
Yeah. So I'm saying, like, how awesome is it? Your rookie season, your second match out the gate.
You're an undercard.
You're an undercard for a pay-per-view, a massive pay-per-view. So, yeah.
So round one, Peggy missed a question about knocked up. Radis missed a question about Tangled, and Emilio Estevez.
Emilio!
Where's that from? Mighty Ducks. Hook. Hook? Oh, Night of the Roxbury. Why would I say Mighty Ducks?
Because it's Emilio Estevez.
Okay. Hook? Was I anywhere close with that?
Hook? Night of the Roxbury.
No. What's the name that they yell?
Rufio.
That's what I was thinking of. I haven't seen that either.
I love Hook.
Wait, Mighty Ducks, Hook, and Night at the Roxbury. I haven't seen any of them.
You haven't seen Mighty Ducks?
I don't think so.
You've seen Mighty Ducks.
If I did, it's gone.
Flying V. What else am I?
Flying V?
Yeah, that's where the Flying V comes from.
I guess I haven't.
I named a Taekwondo demonstration formation that because we made a V. And I was like, oh, Flying V.
Cute.
Yeah.
No, never seen it. I mean, if I have, it's gone in my recycle bin. I don't remember it. So it's like I haven't. They play hockey?
Correct.
Hook, Captain Hook, Peter Pan.
Yes. Who's
Rufio?
Who's the lead in Hook? Who's
the guy who plays Hook?
No, who's the male lead in Hook?
Good guy?
Yes. Who's the male lead?
Who plays Peter Pan?
Yes.
Robin Williams.
Thank you.
Oh, got it. Put me in there, coach. And then Hook himself is
I don't know his name. His name escapes me.
Oh, well.
It's not a Star Wars. I'm not.
And then what was the other one?
Night at the Roxbury.
Night at the Roxbury. Well, that's an SNL movie.
Yeah. Chris Kattan.
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell.
That's all I know. They go to the club, they dance, they bop their heads. End scene. That's the whole movie. You're welcome.
You can hear the song in your head. We're not going to play it because it's copyright.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Anyways, first round.
Emilio. End of round 1. 6-7 in favor of Peggy.
Oh, end of first round. Sorry.
What did I say?
No, I said first round.
Peggy.
Oh, those close-ups. What are you doing?
6-7 in favor of Miss PG. Round 2. Peggy spins away from Sean Connery and gets comedies.
Sean Connery.
And my girl gets a perfect round 2.
Ooh, knocks it out of the park.
Heck yeah. She gets a hat trick, like in the Mighty Ducks. That's a hockey term.
That is a hockey term, but you know what it means?
3 goals.
Thank you.
She got 4 questions. Close enough. Not if you round up, my friend. Not if you round down. Anyways, Radis goes. He spins horror. I think my dude likes it because I think he's on a horror podcast. I think so.
I don't know.
He goes to multiple choice one time and missed it, but it was not stolen.
So, unfortunately.
So at the end of round 2, it was 12-14 in favor of Peggy. Round 3, 2-pointer for Radis. Romance. In what film does a woman fall in love with an amphibious creature that is being held in captivity? The Shape of Water. He got it.
That's categorized as a romance?
Love is love, my dude.
I haven't seen the film, but wow. That's not the category I would, comes to mind when I think of Shape of Water. Even though I haven't seen the film. I've seen the trailers. No, it won a lot of Oscars.
Yeah.
But
hey man, you're into whatever you're into. I respect that.
She's into fish apparently.
3, maybe he's a nice guy.
Don't go out for sushi.
Oh God. 3-pointer for Radis. Moving right along. 2010s. What Academy Award winning actor plays the lead of Joe in the psychological thriller You Were Never Really Here, written and directed by Lynn Ramsey? Joaquin Phoenix. He got it. 2-pointer for Peggy. Westerns. In the film The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. Is that actually the title?
That's a hell of a title, man. Wow.
Which Oscar winner plays short-circuited a little bit. Let me try that again. Which Oscar winner plays Robert Ford? Casey Affleck. Got it. 3-pointer for PG. Denzel Washington. Mm-hmm. Who played Denzel's partner, Detective Jonesy, in the 1998 supernatural horror crime thriller Fallen?
That's a mouthful. Wowie.
It was. John Goodman. Missed it.
Oof.
So now we go to Rick Radis for his 5-pointer. Pixar. You'll find the voice talents of Steve Zahn and Anna Paquin in what Pixar film? The Good Dinosaur.
Oh, again, man. Pixar with their just tearjerkers.
That one I have seen.
The whole,
I cried.
The stick scene by the river.
I don't remember it, but I do remember I cried.
Oh, God. It was good. It's not like, an incredible film, but it is a good film.
Yeah.
And it made me cry.
It made my eyes rain.
My eyeballs.
Yeah.
Of course, a parent dies. That's what Disney is all about, right?
Yeah, man. Like, hello, are we not all scarred from Mufasa still? Can't get over that.
Bambi's mom.
Have we not been through enough?
Seriously.
5-pointer for Peggy.
You gotta go home.
Dad?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh, God, that scene.
Don't do it.
I can't.
Don't do it.
Why would they do that to us? That's why our generation is the way we are.
Because we all sat through Mufasa dying.
Long live the king. Man, fuck you, Scar. God. 5-pointer for Peggy. Movie quotes. That's a rough one for a 5-pointer in singles.
Yeah, God. Movie quotes in any division is rough.
What film from director Oliver Stone has the following line? Life comes down to a few moments. This is one of them.
And it sucks because this sounds so familiar, like, as all quotes do. It's like, what is it?
And it's also, it sounds like it's supposed to be really profound, but is it?
Yeah.
Oh, life's a lot of moments, and this is one of them. Like, yeah, no shit. Thanks. Very inspiring. Wall Street. She missed it. But we're at 70-17. We're going to go to sudden death. Question 1.
We expected one of these matches to go to sudden death. And
yep.
Apparently it's the undercard.
Question 1. Halle Berry playing Storm. They both got it. Question 2. Something about 16 Candles. They both got it. Question 3. Something about Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah,
they both got
Carrey, something rather.
Question 4. Something about Dom DeLuise. They both missed it. But we keep going. Question 5, something about John Carter.
Wait, before we get to that, the one they both missed, like, you gotta love Mark Ellis because he's like, yeah, they're both wrong.
Mark is amazing.
He's such a great guy. Love Mark Ellis.
But yeah, question 5, John Carter.
Check out Dog Stepfather on Amazon.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
And on YouTube.
We were there. You might even see us in the crowd.
No, we are in the B-roll.
Yeah.
When it comes to the crowd, we were in one very good distinct shot. You can see us. Search it, clip it.
Watch it to try to pick
Twitter.
us out. Where's Waldo style? Stay for the Mark Ellis yucks.
Yes. Because it's a good stand-up.
It's a good one.
It's a good one.
Question 5, John Carter. Peggy did miss it, unfortunately. So, in a nail-biting finish.
Yes.
20-21 in favor of Rick Radis, taking home another win for the Finstock Exchange.
And they keep winning, man. Like, God. Keep winning.
Yeah.
Keep winning. A rough match, a rough miss by Peggy.
Yeah.
Still played really well, though.
Yeah.
Just couldn't pull out the 5. I mean, the steal in the second probably would have decided the match.
Yeah.
So, you can point at several different things like, missed opportunity
you
there.
You can do that
on
in any match. You can
match.
make yourself crazy
but,
saying
like,
that kind of stuff.
She played really well.
She did.
And then Rick Radis, like, pulling out in sudden death, man,
Yeah.
that's impressive.
Yeah.
That's very impressive. But I will say, like, he's only faced, not that, rookies are nothing to,
Not that they're like lesser competitors.
Yeah, exactly. But now you're 2-0.
It's time to play a veteran.
Time to play the big dogs, man. You've knocked yourself up into the rankings of I have to play a veteran now. Mm-hmm. Someone that knows how to play the game. Someone that will not let a 1-point steal opportunity get away from them.
Somebody who's got more experience in the game.
Exactly. So I'm very interested to see who he faces and how he does against them.
Yeah.
Because there are some people that their records are sneaky. John Harris.
Yeah.
Sneaky good. People that sometimes they just didn't get the wins when they should have.
Or they just always tend to face people that are
better,
that are on a trajectory to get the belt.
Yeah, exactly.
Or something.
So there are a handful of competitors out there that he could be matched up against and just like, oh man, and just not pull it out that day. So I'm very interested to see who he plays next.
For sure.
And Peggy has a bright future in this league.
Oh yeah.
Just and I said it. I was on what show was it? Speaking of Schmoedown, I think that's what it was. I said it on their show. Like, I'm so incredibly thankful that how open she is with her story, because that's such a personal story to share. We said it in our the last episode that when she debuted, it's like, God, thank you for so much for sharing.
Huge respect for sharing.
Huge respect for being so open and vulnerable about that, because this is such a personal story to share. So I always love competitors like that where they put everything out there. Yeah. Not just like, hey, I'm here to answer questions and take some names, whatever. It's like, no, this is me.
I'm doing it for fun, but I'm also doing it for this.
Yeah, this is like I me and my brother love this, and I'm doing it for him.
And didn't he introduce her to the Schmoedown?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So that's huge.
That's huge. So when competitors like that come into the league, it's like, God, thank you so much for your story, because it's one of those stories that just makes makes me want to cheer for you every single time.
Regardless of your faction, I just want to see you do good stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I hope to see more of her, and I'm no doubt that we will see more of her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Peggy PG. She gonna turn it up to PG-13 one of these days. It's gonna happen. I know it. And then they're gonna use that line, and I'm going to laugh.
Turn it up to PG-13 now.
Baby, you thought that last match was difficult? Sudden death. I'm about to crank it up to PG-13. Okay, so we got
main event.
The overcard.
Sorry,
if you will.
We say the overcard on the show.
The overcard, if you will. Some people call it the main event. We've got the Star Wars title championship match. We've got a rematch. We've got Alex the Demon Damon versus Andrew the Hunter Dimalanta 2.
Ooh.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It feels like it just happened.
Yeah.
Feels like the first one just happened. And it kind of just did, actually.
Yeah. And I will say, this is the kind of hype that I thought should have gotten, that the first one should have gotten. Whatever. Man, it didn't get the type of attention that I thought the first one should have gotten, but we showed them the first one, like, this is why you should be looking at this match. And now we got all this attention. Like, man, the rematch of the century. 51-50. Yeah. We I think with that first match, we both made a statement like, why wasn't anybody talking about this match? This is why you should have been paying attention to this match.
Yeah.
And now the rematch comes around. It's like, oh man, you better be paying attention to this one, because Damon's coming back to reclaim what's his. Andrew doesn't want to give it away. So
a lot of stuff's going on.
A lot of stuff going on.
All right.
So again, spoilers. Even though I spoiled it at the beginning of the episode.
Sorry.
Sorry.
So, round 1.
And I will say, before we get into it, one of my favorite promos of all time. This was one. God.
I know that we say it all the time, but Eric, don't know. Well, I mean,
Legend.
you might be watching this. I don't know,
think he
but
does.
you are.
He uses our clips in other promos. He definitely watches the show.
That's a good point.
I've said it to Eric a million times. You are a legend of the Schmoedown, not just because of like you're not a competitor, but you're a legend. If you don't know the name Nerd Chronic,
the lifeblood of the Schmoedown.
Yeah,
really. Right. What I want is a promo of just all of those people in the after shows praising him. That's what I want. I just want a reel of, wow, Nerd Chronic is a wizard. Wow, he's a genius. The Schmoedown it's elevated by his presence.
I think the people like give him the Yodi Awards. Like the Yodi Awards is reserved for certain
players,
a certain type of people and players and stuff like that.
Like a technical type of award.
There should be a technical award called the Nerd Chronic Award, and give it to him the first time.
Well, yeah.
And give it to a crewmate that steps up, like an employee of the year type of situation.
Yeah.
And call it the Nerd Chronic Award.
That'd be fun.
Somebody that steps up and makes the show better.
I'm sure we're not the first ones to say it,
yeah,
but yeah.
But make it a Nerd Chronic Award and make the inaugural one go to him, because the Schmoedown is infinitely better because of him. And this promo is certainly evidence of it, because I got teared.
Like chills.
I got chills and tears in my eyes because of it.
So good.
It's so good.
Man, can't say enough about Eric.
Yeah.
King.
Yeah.
All right, so.
Round 1.
Nerd Chronic's amazing. Round 1. Question 1. Alex missed the species of the creature with the old woman, the Tatooine Elder, at the end of the film. Etobi.
He said Eopi.
He said Eopi. Now, full disclosure, when we were watching this match, we watched it live. We were on a Zoom call with our friends and whatever, and we weren't watching live chat. But I did see something on Facebook where I think it was PJ posted a screenshot of like an information page for the Etobi, and he was like, by the way, 2 different things. So I don't know if people were trying to say like benefit of the doubt, Eopi's close.
It's a completely different creature.
It's a completely different creature.
If I could just argue this, it's like you're out in the field. They're like, hey man, look at that horse. That's a donkey.
Well, potato, potato.
No, it's a donkey. It's not a horse. They're 2 completely different animals.
I mean, I can only surmise from the fact that PJ even posted that there must have been people saying the benefit of the doubt. He was close enough. He knew it. But they are 2 totally separate creatures.
There's no benefit of the doubt.
In
2
Star Wars.
Different creatures. And from first question, I was like,
okay.
We're going there.
Yeah. Definitely set a tone.
Yeah, it's like, all right, that's where we're going. We've got a match ahead of us.
And then Alex also missed a question about a quote. Finishing a quote. Luke can't take care of. I don't think I got the entirety
Luke
of the
can't
quote.
can't
take care of himself, much less
rescue anybody.
Rescue anybody, and
said anyone.
Alex said anyone. I almost just called him Luke. What was that about?
At this point.
But yeah, no, rescue anybody. He said anyone. Andrew missed a question about who played Not Lewinsky Papa Noida. That was a mistake. That was a mishearing.
That was a mishearing on my part.
Unfortunately,
I won't go into the depth. I've gotten confused with another character,
another cameo,
and I said Katie Lucas. It was George Lucas, so I got confused.
Yeah,
I was playing too loose.
Happens,
and it happens. We all miss apparently. And then Andrew also missed a question about Luke or Hulk. Now listen. Okay. So,
I'm going to take responsibility for this one.
Yes.
This one's on me.
So I missed this because I misspelled it, and B mispronounced it.
Yeah, no, I take responsibility for this one because we have definitely.
I knew the ship. I know exactly what they're talking about.
Yeah, we know exactly what they're talking about, and we've definitely studied it. It's in our note cards. And it's spelled Lucre, Hulk, like Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
And anytime that it would come up, I don't know, I thought it was pronounced Luke or Hulk. So that's the way I would always say it whenever I was quizzing him on something or asking him about it. And he spelled it as I pronounced it.
Like I said, again, legendary misspelled. Me and JT are the legends of misspelling things all the time.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to spell it correctly. It's like I always do when I don't know how to spell something, I try to spell it as phonetically as possible. I'm like, Luke or Hulk.
Yeah.
Hulk.
And
I think also splitting it up into 2 words is what really
probably didn't help.
So that's why I missed it. I misspelled and mispronounced it. So
yeah.
And full disclosure, I almost challenged this question. I was like, I was about to cite benefit of the doubt. It's like I got really close with it.
Well, and Alex said Luke or Cholk.
Yeah, so it's I got really close with it. You should be. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know the ship. I know what movies it appears in. Blah 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 blah. I should get the points, but
I'm glad you didn't.
I'm glad I didn't because I said to myself, I don't want to challenge in round 1. I might need it down the road based off these questions that we've gotten.
Yeah.
I want to save it. So I was like, we'll let it go.
Hindsight's 2020, but I am glad you didn't.
Yeah, and we're exactly where I thought we were going to be anyways.
Yeah,
I thought we were going to be tied at the end of round 1, so I was like, I'll save it. We're going to need it later on.
It just so happens that you both just happen to miss 2 each.
Yeah. So.
But in any case, you were still tied, which is what you figured was going to happen. So by the end of round 1, 8-8. Round 2. Alex goes first.
Yeah.
He spins Revenge of the Sith. Crazy. The first question, he had a 2-point miss. Who objects when Padme insists on flying to Mustafar without him? He said C-3PO. The answer was Gregor Typho.
And it's hard. It's a difficult question because the scene they're referencing, it's a super wide shot. You can barely see who's in it. And he named one of the 3 characters that was in it.
Yeah.
So
what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
Andrew did steal it. And then the very next question was a 2-point miss. In the opening crawl of Revenge of the Sith, 2 Jedi Knights lead a what mission to rescue the captive Chancellor? And he said daring, and it was desperate. And
he misses.
Andrew stole it.
Do you want to?
By pure chance, we had just discussed this exact part of that crawl
that day.
Yeah.
That day I'm saying only because isn't it funny how the Schmoedown works?
Because we literally
talked
about
went
that
over
word.
It. That specific word, we just went over it. I was like, okay, cool.
Crazy.
I was like, and you probably see me like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we just went over this. I know it.
Yeah, so. that was nuts that came up. So then, and then he swept the rest of the round. Andrew goes. He spins
mixed bag
away from mixed bag because
broad.
It's very broad.
Yeah.
I'm sure any Star Wars competitor would take mixed bag and be like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
But if you have the chance to narrow it, you're going to probably take that chance.
Narrow your focus. Make sure you're thinking your head's in one movie space. So.
And then he spins Mixed Bag Redux, Volume 2, Heroes and Villains.
I like that.
But luckily, at least from our vantage point, sorry to be biased, he gets a perfect round 2. So by the end of round 2, 14-22 in favor of Andrew.
Did not see this round going this way. It's wild. I mean, I'll get more into it afterwards, but.
So round 3, and this is of course a 5-rounder. So round 3, we got ourselves the betting round. Andrew spins Revenge of the Sith again.
Yes.
Wow.
Again. Okay. Funny how the Schmoedown works.
Funny how. And the question was, what is the name of the opera that, Palpatine and Anakin watch from that private box or whatever? And it was Squid Lake. Yet another thing I've asked you about 100 zillion times.
Yeah. Man, I'm glad I have you in my corner.
They both bet 3, not to anybody's surprise. And they both got it right.
Yeah.
With that, 17-25 in favor of Andrew. Round 4, the speed round, the lightning round, whatever you want to call it.
Fast money.
There you go, whatever you want to call it. Andrew missed how many actors played Obi-Wan on the big screen, and Alex got a perfect speed round.
Yeah, which spawned a ridiculous argument in the Facebook group.
Voice
acting is acting.
No, the correct answer is...
It's 3.
It's 3. Like,
it's not,
it is cut and dry.
I have no idea why anybody's debating this. Voice acting is acting. You're going to tell me that...
Okay, so everybody's, crap in their pants about the Bad Batch. You tell them, so there's no actors because it's animated?
Yeah. First round, we got a question about... in the speed round, we got a question about who voices Yoda. Are you going to tell me that
Frank Oz is not an actor?
He's an actor.
You tell me nobody portrayed Frank Oz because or
Yoda.
Sorry. Yoda because he wasn't on screen?
I
know that the argument is probably with semantics and the wording.
Yeah. Regardless, the wording of the question was perfect.
Portrayed? I think it was portrayed. I don't know. Played
or regardless, the question there was no problems with this question. There's no problem with the wording of the question. I just played too loose. Yeah, it was one of those. I'm kicking myself for all the missed questions that I missed, but it's particularly this one because the second day, I was just like, oh yeah, 2. And then I moved on. And then when they say, oh, you missed 1, I'm like, really? I missed 1?
As soon as they said Clone Wars, you're like, oh.
When I heard the question again, I'm like, oh, damn it, of course it's 3.
Yeah.
So I was just playing, for whatever reason, I was just playing really loose, and like, I answered it. I never thought about it again.
Yeah.
And I was like, I missed 1? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, of course it's 3. So I have no idea why people are arguing this.
No, it is.
Because there's no argument here.
It's no dispute. It's 3.
It's 3. Voice acting is acting.
Yeah.
So whatever. If you want to argue the wording of the question was perfect.
It was fine.
I just missed it.
Yeah. So with that, it was 27-33 in favor of Andrew. Mm-hmm. Round 5. 2-pointer for Alex.
Has to avoid the TKO. I thought I'd never hear that.
That was crazy.
That's crazy.
Round 5. 2-pointer for Alex. The Empire Strikes Back. In The Empire Strikes Back, while battling Luke... we're stupid. Ignore us. Yeah. In The Empire Strikes Back, while battling Luke, Darth Vader tells Luke that Obi-Wan has taught him well and to control his what? His fear.
His fear.
Got it. Let's move past this before we make a joke that we don't want to make.
Yeah. It sounds like we're making fun of somebody when we're...
Moving on. 3-pointer. Alex. Planets and locations. In Star Wars... Well, he got a fear. He got fear. If I didn't say that. 3-pointer for Alex. Planets and locations. In Star Wars, The Force Awakens, when Rey meets BB-8, she tells him to stay away from what in the north? The
Great
sinking
question.
fields. It's a fantastic question.
Fantastic question.
Sinking fields. He got it. 5-pointer for Alex. Star Wars Underworld.
Whatever that is.
Whatever that is. That's what I usually always say whenever they get that.
Pirates, smuggling, crime syndicates, bounty hunters.
Shady things.
Illegal things that the
Foot
Empire...
Clan will be a part of the underworld.
Yeah. That's an apt description.
In the Clone Wars, we learn that Zero the Hutt is a master of the Hutt clan on how many systems? 7
systems.
He got it. And, we bounce to Andrew now.
Avoids DKO.
Wild. 2-pointer for Andrew. He gets heroes. In Attack of the Clones, how long has Padme worked to defeat the Military Creation Act?
Go ahead and say it.
I'm going to take credit for this one.
Go ahead and say it.
I mean, there's not too much to say, but you're welcome. 1 year. He got it right. 3-pointer for Andrew. The Last Jedi. This question knocked my socks off.
Yeah. I heard it. I was like, this is my 3-pointer?
This question knocked my socks into the next room. This was an amazing
3-point question.
The Last Jedi. What is the name of the First Order Security Bureau colonel who apprehended Finn and his crew aboard the Supremacy alongside Phasma?
A guy that you barely see in the movie.
And I know Andrew did a repeat because he was like, I know it, but I just need to make sure I know it.
So it's not like I didn't know it. I think something about the question confused me. Like, I think it was Security Bureau.
First Order Security Bureau.
Well, because I know that he was a part of the Security Bureau, but I wanted to make sure I heard it right. And I was like, I was running it through my head. It's like, I know it's Ansem Garmith. I just want to make sure that I have my characters right, that he is a part of the Security Bureau. I'm like, well, he wears white, and I know the Security Bureau wears white.
Nerd.
And the only other characters to wear a white Imperial or officer uniform that's not in the Bureau is no.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Krennic.
No.
He did.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. And also, I'm sorry, Thrawn. And also Thrawn.
Oh, I don't watch Thrawn. I barely. He's blue.
Thrawn. I love the Thrawn character. But yeah. So I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure they wear white. Ansem Garmith.
So yeah, the answer was Ansem Garmith. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that was a wacky. Like I was like, wow.
I was on the floor.
I was like, I'm curious to see what my 5 was if that was my 3. Yeah. Holy crap!
I was on the floor. And with that, Andrew gets that question. With that, 37-38 in favor of Andrew retaining the belt.
Belt status here, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I love this match for a completely different reason than our first go around.
Yeah.
Because we both said it. Like the first match was a marathon. This one was a slugfest. I miss. He misses. He misses again. I miss.
Yeah.
And it was just, this is a match. Like I love this match for so many different reasons. And like, applause to PJ and the writing staff.
Oh yeah.
Because
it was turned up a notch.
Yeah. Not that they were. I'm steering away from saying easy and hard questions. These were good questions.
Yes.
Not that the fact, like, the fact that they were so broad in scope, like, the fact that like we get Itobi in the first question, and then later on like, D. Bradley Baker, are you kidding me? The Steve Bradley Bear.
And then you got this random quote. And then you got...
Yeah, and it's like you lull us into a false sense of security, and you hit us with another like really deep cut. I was like, wow, man.
It was like the way that they worded the questions, the way they structured the questions, the way that they ordered the questions. It was like you guys were being forced into this mental gymnastics.
Exactly.
Where you were just like, go here, go here, go here, go here, go here.
And I think this match is an example where I want to see the division go. And like people are always like, you're going to run out of questions. No, we're not going to run out of questions. Like
part of the questions in this match showed us we're not anywhere close.
And again, not just for reaching deep into the ethers of Star Wars and like what you see on screen. The matter of that, the way the questions were worded, and they made me like I said with my 3-pointer with like the Colonel Security Bureau, it made me like, is it him? No, it is him. Just the way the questions were worded, I want to see Star Wars, the division, go in this direction where you don't have to worry about we're running out of questions. It's just force the competitors. We know the competitors know so much about Star Wars. Yeah. Force them to think in different ways to make them like, is it that?
Yeah.
No, yeah, it is that. So I think that's what we should take this division. But me and Alex both said this. It's like, I want to see more questions like this. I want to see more matches like this because like it's so much pressure to go perfect every single time. And I'm glad that's not looming over my head anymore. Because can you imagine if I went perfect again in this match? Like, when is he going to miss?
It's just a lot.
It's a lot of pressure. It's so much pressure.
And I saw somebody say online, they were like, I'm glad that they both didn't go perfect because it makes that first match that much more special and magical.
Exactly.
That, that's not something that you just do on a random day. That was a special moment.
That match will live on in the history of Schmoedown thanks to this next match and thanks to that PJ made sure we didn't go to sudden death again. Yeah. So now that first match will be a special thing that me and Alice got to be a part of. Something that everybody will be always talking about. Like, man, you remember 5150? That was a crazy match. And now I'm so happy that we're both a part of that and we're both cemented. I mean, Alex is already cemented in the history of Schmoedown. Now that I get to be cemented alongside him because we played that amazing 5150 match. And this one, again, is like, I want to see more matches like this one in Star Wars. Not to like, oh, man, look how many these people are getting right. I want to see them sweat a little bit.
Yeah.
Show that, like, hey, we're all human. We all miss now.
Yeah, you're going to have to flex that brain to get to this answer.
Not just like, hey, I can memorize all these characters. And now I have to actually think up and listen to the question.
Right.
Like intensely now. That's where I want to see this division go. And I hope that we get more questions and matches like this one.
Yeah, it was hats off, man.
Yeah, it was a good match. Because from the first question, I'm like, okay, this is what I wanted to. This is the kind of match I want to be a part of. Like, flex it, make us reach into ethers in the back of our brains, like, and make us second guess ourselves. Because Alex did it with the Han Solo question. He had to repeat. He's like, is it anybody or anyone?
Yeah,
questions like that I love. It's like because like. There some quotes that, like you can either be over, and they said there's like 3 questions in the first round. It's like we need the exact quote.
Yeah.
If you're a word off, you're wrong.
As evidenced by that question.
So I want to see more questions like this. And I keep forgetting to do this during the match and my post interviews. But hats off to Alex, man. Like I don't get to where I am today. I don't fight and study as hard as I do without Alex being that damn good.
Yeah.
None of us do.
No, he's elevated the game just by being him.
Yeah, just by being Alex Damon, he's changed the shape of the division because we all wanted to become him.
Yeah.
We all strided to be him and beat him. So he has shaped the division as we know it right now just by being him.
Yeah.
So we can very well see Alex Damon, Andrew Dimalanta 3. Depending on how things shape out, we have plenty more season to go. I have more title defenses ahead of me, and it doesn't get easier.
No.
For any of us.
No, not at all.
And now we get to see Alex Damon in a tournament, which I am excited to see.
That's wild because now you get to have. I mean, assuming it's the second tournament, assuming it's a larger tournament where maybe the teams get to have 2 players each.
Hopefully, I would love to see that. I would love to see that.
Then the Stars are gonna have Alex Damon and Zach Burkett.
Yeah.
Fighting, which is wild.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hopefully we'll see you in that tournament.
I might get matched against Alex because since he's the number 1 seed.
Yes, since he will be the number 1 seed in that tournament.
It's your girl. And I'm gonna go, hey man, I know I'm not the Dimalanta you want to see, but sorry, I'm here anyway.
Wouldn't that be crazy? We both get to play against each other's wives. That'd be crazy.
That'd be crazy.
Because I've already faced Molly.
Oh,
and he
yeah,
gets to face you. That'd be fun.
If that happened, that'd be wild.
Yeah, but I would like.
Would be an honor to get absolutely massacred by Alex Damon.
I don't want to see you debut in the Star Wars tournament. I would like to see you debut before, like get on a non-tournament match, just so the seedings are more proper. If that's the right word.
Who knows?
Because I hate it when like, oh, he has no record, so he has to go up against somebody. You know what I mean?
Zach just debuted with no record.
Yeah, but I'd rather see everybody have at least one match under their belt, just so we already see what they're made of.
To get a sample.
Get a sample of what your knowledge base is, and that's like, all right, so we know say you win your first match or you lose your first match. Now we can properly seed people. I would like to see that happen. So, who you get faced up against? I can think of maybe 3 to 4 competitors, 2 to 3. Like Lacey might be somebody you might be matched up with. Adam Witt might be somebody you might be matched up against.
You can't make too much of those guesses right now because we still have to see how this tournament plays out.
Exactly.
And where people's records are by then. So you can't really make too much of those types of guesses yet. Yeah. We know that Alex can be the number 1 seed. And we know how that
without a doubt he will be the number one seed.
So if I'm the sacrificial lamb,
I don't want to see that. I mean,
it would be an honor.
It'd be great to see you be on the same side of the bracket as him. It's like, oh, we can see a Dimalanta Damon 3, but not the Dimalanta that we know.
Nobody wants to see that. Barely. I want to see that.
Or you put you and Molly on the same side of the bracket, and we could see Dimalanta Damon, but not the ones that we already saw.
I just want to play Molly so we can exchange pictures of our dogs.
He was so cute.
I want to play with that.
But
can I pet that dog?
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 Stupid. Sorry, guys.
We can waste time on the internet all day long. But so I defended it once. I mean,
it's crazy to say.
It's crazy to say. Like, I never thought I'd be in the position to beat Alex once, but to beat him again is special because, like, we heard all the messages. We heard all the the tweets,
all the polls,
and the comments, and the polls, and it's like, oh, keep the return address handy. You're gonna have to send it right back. It's not going anywhere. It has. It's staying here, and it doesn't get any easier because we have to turn around and face Laura Kelly at the Collision, a rematch. So it went from being Dimalanta Damon 2 to Dimalanta Kelly 2. So it's gonna be good. I mean, we're both vastly different players
from the last time we met,
from when we debuted.
Oh yeah,
we've both improved drastically, and now it's for the title. Yeah. So get ready, man. We're in for another one. All these title matches for Star Wars will be just insane.
They're all gonna be a slugfest.
Yeah, and hopefully we get more questions like the one we saw in here because it made me and Alex sweat.
Yeah, I mean, I was sweating out there.
Yeah. Same thing as last time, just like nervous wreck.
Yeah, I'm out there and I'm just trying to distract myself, and I'm trying to do. Our daughter likes puzzles, so I'm trying to do her puzzles to distract myself. And every time I get about 30% into a puzzle, she takes one of her little dinosaur figurines and just goes stop, and
she loves dinosaurs.
Messes up my puzzle. I'm like, baby girl, mommy's trying to distract herself.
Girls can like dinosaurs too.
Hell yeah. But yeah, every time I tried to put a puzzle together, she stomped her way through it with her dinosaur and messed it up. I'm like, well, I guess you're buying me more time, so I have to redo it again. So I was just trying to do, toddler puzzles. She has like 4 or 5 puzzles. I was trying to speed put them all together.
Trying to break the record.
Trying to break my record. And she has a lot of puzzles. And they were all
she has. Yeah.
Just strewn about the house, all mixed up. So I was like, hey, I'll just do all these puzzles so I can clean and distract. And it just didn't happen. And I was waiting to hear some sort of, the first match, I heard a battle cry. So that's how I knew what happened.
Much more subdued after this one.
This one, I thought I heard like a on the desk, but I was like, oh, no, there's just probably my brain playing with me.
I don't think I hit my desk this time. She's already been through enough. I'm sorry.
I don't think you did, but I'm like, I think I heard something, but my brain's probably playing tricks on me.
Yeah.
I found out eventually. I won't say how I found out, but I found out eventually. And I was like, okay, now I don't have to throw up anymore. But no, it's
always nerve-wracking.
It's interesting being on the other side of the wall.
Yeah, because last season it was different because you get to watch me live.
Exactly, which I don't know which one's worse.
Yeah.
I don't know which one's worse. But yeah. No, it's interesting being on the other side of the wall. I know that Dan said that he was climbing the walls when Mara was competing, and
same for Mara.
When you got 2 Schmoedown competitors living under one roof and one's having a big match, and you obviously can't be in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's you were in here for about 2 hours. It felt like 10.
It wasn't long as the last one, so we can clearly say that.
Well, yes, but you also did stuff with them afterward. But it was 2 hours, felt like 10. But yeah, no, it was worth it. So
yeah, we got to keep the belt.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Crazy match.
Yeah.
It's just the Star Wars division is it has been and it's going to continue to be wild this year. So, and we get, on that note, let's see what we have next week.
Because that's right.
I would imagine we've got some Star Wars matches coming up.
Tournament matches.
Today, on the day of the Beyond the Schmoedown, it's May 10th.
What was that?
On the day of your daughter's wedding, I pray that she has a child and it be a masculine child.
Why masculine?
Godfather? Anybody?
Yeah. Why is it gotta be a boy? Girls are cool too.
Girls are cool. I am one. So, Exhibit A. So this week we've got, yes, we do have a Star War. Wednesday, May 12th, we have Thomas Harper of the Den versus Eric Whiteley of the Quirky Mercs.
Eric Whiteley making some noise, making some improvements, been studying with him.
The Major and the Knight.
Yeah. Eric
going up against each other.
The one thing I will say about Eric, he learns
from his mistakes.
Like he wants to. Let me rephrase that. He really wants to learn from his mistakes. We're constantly back and forth and like, hey, what do you think of this? Hey, what do you think of that? And he's like I said last time, he has the addiction. Yeah. That itch of the Schmoedown. Like
I know I can do better than this.
I know. Not only I know I can do better. Like, this is awesome. I love doing this. I know I can do better, and I want to get that win. Yeah. He's got that addiction, and that's scary for any competitor. When they have when you lose, and you're like,
nope,
I want
I'm
more.
Than that.
Not like I know I'm better. Like, I want more of this.
Yeah.
I like this. I want this. So that's something to be said about Eric.
And then on Thursday, May 13th, we've got Lightning Time of the Usual Suspects versus Rushmore of the Finstock Exchange.
Ooh, it's gonna be a good one.
That's gonna be a good one. You got Liz Shannon Miller facing Roca again.
Oh yeah,
hot on the heels of a TKO between the two of them in singles.
Be interesting.
And then Friday, May 14th, we've got the winner of. We've got Deception versus the winner of match 4, Danger Zone. So we've got Deception versus Danger Zone, Deception.
Yes.
On Friday, May 14th. And it looks like that's it for the week. Let me scroll to the bottom.
I'm pretty sure that's because we don't have a pay-per-view.
I'm just covering my bases and doing my homework. April, March. Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it for the week, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh, big matches. These are they're all tournament matches. Tournament season, sort of. Not really.
It is.
Yeah. Tournament season usually the latter half of the, with the ultimate Schmoedown.
Hey man, a tournament's a tournament, and we're in the middle of 2 of them.
I can't wait to where it's just tournament matches. Inner Geekdom, Star Wars, if and when that's coming, the ultimate teams Schmoedown, the ultimate singles tournament. Ooh, can't wait for tournament season. That's like in any sport. That's like you want to get there, and that's when it's like it really freaking matters.
Yeah.
So, but tournament matches, man, are awesome. So.
And also on a different note, we in a little bit of passing, we watched some of the there was like a couple of FCL Star Wars matches where we probably don't have time to cover FCL 2, but just to throw it out there and mention it, we did watch a couple of the FCL matches. We didn't devote too much time to it because we were leading up to your championship match.
Yeah.
So, but they were entertaining. They had some good questions, and I'm excited I'm gonna keep my ear out for those Star Wars matches because you never know who's gonna get snatched up.
Yeah,
if any kind of free agency happens.
Free agency that's gonna happen. So managers could be looking like, hey, maybe we need another Star Wars player.
And maybe this person just really knocked it out of the park. Yeah. So yeah, man, watch the FCL. It's fun. You never know what person is gonna just be a star.
Yeah.
And get snatched up.
Yeah, somebody did comment on our last video. It's like, hey man, cover the FCL. Like we don't have the time to dedicate it to. We'll watch some in passing. We'll have it on the background just because
probably don't have time. Though.
We just don't have the time to dedicate to that right now. But I am interested in hearing about players and how they do.
Yeah.
Because I talk to Brad every once in a while, like, hey man, whatever. So and Frankie for that matter. So and Brad runs the FCL. So I'm interested to see who comes out of it. And I wish we had the time to dedicate to covering it. We just don't have the time.
Yeah, who's got the time?
Who's got the time? But with that, I think we'll go ahead and end this very long episode here.
Again.
Sorry, but
Sorry.
So, yeah, but people are saying keep it coming. We can watch it for 3 hours, which we don't have the time for that. Sorry, but we'd like to keep it condensed. But we did go a little long today. But sorry about that. But you're welcome for that for the people that do love us and watch us.
Thanks.
Thank you for being so kind.
Very flattering.
Yeah. With that, we'll end this episode here. Nikki, Star Wars competitor Nicki Dimalanta, where can they find you online?
You're debatable. Got to loosen. Well, I loosened up. I might got to tighten it up.
Tighten it up.
Righty tighty.
Go stiffy mode.
Lefty loosey. You can find me on Twitter at Dimmy, DIMMMYYY.
As for me, you call me on Twitter and Instagram at Drew Dimalanta, DIMALANTA. Even though I haven't posted to Instagram in a long time, I'm going to soon, hopefully, with this project I'm working on. If you listen to an audio form, follow the feed and rate us, please.
And if you're watching us on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe, and then click the bell icon in the lower right-hand corner to see when we do things on YouTube.
Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Beyond the Schmoedown. We'll see you
next
time. We didn't do that very well.
No, not really.